Spanish and Italian assets plagued by, if not political risk, then definitely political uncertainty. Government borrowing costs rise to their highest this year. I'm Jamie McGeever and this is today's Market Pulse. Well, let's get straight out now to Don Smith. He's economist at ICAP. Don, Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy, he vehemently denies any involvement in this corruption scandal that's brewing. But Spain's borrowing costs up 50 basis points in about 3 or 4 days. When does this uncertainty become outright risk?
That's a very good question. I think that these things do tend to take some time to unravel completely. It takes some time for all the details to come through. I think the market's reacting at the moment not so much to political uncertainty, or political risk rather, but political uncertainty. Bear in mind the opposition parties in Spain are very weak. I don't think there's any strong sense in the market there's going to be a very significant political change in Spain, but there obviously is a lot of uncertainty around. It's very difficult to predict just how far these allegations are going to go and to what extent they're going to unravel.
Do you get the sense, Don, do you get the sense that this is people going outright short Spanish bonds, or is it just a case of, long liquidation, if you like, given the move we've had in the last 6 months?
Yeah, I think Spain has looked a little bit vulnerable, given the degree to which spreads have contracted. Talking to the brokers this morning, there doesn't seem to be a lot of action in Spain at the moment. We're not getting any sense that people are panicking or selling the market aggressively. It seems to be just price action more than anything else, and which reflects market nervousness and uncertainty.
And you think, where do we top out on yields? 5.6, 5.7%?
I think 560 is very high. We certainly were there only a few months ago, mid-November. I think if it starts moving north of 550, I would be a little bit surprised, unless, of course, this thing really starts to unravel in a very negative way. But I think at the moment, the market doesn't seem too panicked about things. There is a negative momentum with regard to Spain, and we are likely to see further upward pressure on the Spanish market right across the curve. But for the next week or so, certainly. But I don't think it will continue beyond the next month or two. OK,
moving to Italy, Silvio Berlusconi, the very colourful Silvio Berlusconi, is making inroads in the polls ahead of the elections later this month. From a bond market perspective, your view, how much of a risk would that be for the Italian debt market?
Yeah, it's significant. I think it is significant. And naturally, the market's uncertainty about the Italian elections will build the closer we get to that event. And it's interesting what we're seeing with regard to Spain. You're seeing the Spanish market underperforming not only against core Eurozone countries, but significantly against Italy. And there is a chance that may well reverse into the end of this month. We've seen Spanish spreads over Italy, particularly at the short end of the curve, also all the way out to the long end, move to their wides of recent months. And there is, in some sense, some trading opportunities here to buy Spain against Italy.
Would you do that at the short end or the long end?
I'd be more inclined to do it at the short end. We're seeing, 1-2 year Spanish spreads over Italy around about the 60 basis point mark, which to me seems very high.
OK, Don, thank you very much. That was Don Smith at ICAP. Well, today's chart point, and it's dollar-yen. Another day, another high. The pair rises above 93 yen today for the first time since May 2010. That's a 20% rise in only around 5 months. So where next? Well, there's a huge long-term technical resistance point looming just above 94. That's the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of the fall from the June 27 high of around 124, all the way down to the record low around 75 yen in late 2011. The 50% retrace level of that move could not be bigger. Bang on 100 yen. That's all from us for now, but join Reuters every day at this time to take a look at what's moving in markets and why. I'm Jamie McGeever. This is Reuters.